Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, I am going to protecting my API endpoint using JSON Web Token Earth. So let's get started. First, opening project. So let's see. Now, first I am changing my company view set to separate URL endpoint for each request, like for post method, get method, and every method I am separating its URL. So let's do it. First open view.py. Then here you can see currently it extended viewset.model viewset. So all methods come in this two line of code. But let's make this separate for each request, like for post, get, list. So let's do it. First, changing this to viewset.model viewset. Remove this and extend it to viewset. Now delete this. Then get some method. So for fetching all the data using get, you need to create define list. So define list, and also adding second parameter, which is request. Now first accessing all the company data. So company equal to company dot objects dot all. Then creating a serializer. So serializer equal to company serializer. Then pass the company model data. So company, then passing many equal to true, then passing context equal to request, then request. Now let's return the data to user. So why I need to use this method? Because I am returning data in three value, which is first is error, second is error message, and third is data. That's why I need to use custom method for every URL of list, update, and delete. That's why I returning the custom response. So first I am creating dictionary. So response dictionary equal to dictionary, then error to false, then message all company list data, then in data passing the serializer dot data. Now let's return this dictionary data. So return response. Let's import this response. So click add plus enter and click on import this name and select this REST framework dot response, simple template response. Click on this and pass this response dictionary. Now also you need to declare methods for each URL endpoint. So first come here. Now adding company list equal to company view set as view get, then return the list data. So let's see. Also comes in us.py and add base name. So base name equal to company. Okay. Now let's use this data. So come back here, copy URL, opening Postman, close this, and come back to here. Now let's open URL http 127 and API company. Also let's run the server. So come back here and click on run. Now open Postman. Then let's open this.
Now here you can see it return data in custom format. First key is error, is false or true, then message, which message is coming from API response, and third is our data, which contain all the company data in list format. So basically I'm using my custom API method for this reason, for getting my custom response of API.
Here and create method for create. So define create, then add request, then serializer equal to company serializer, then pass data equal to request dot data, then pass context equal to request request, then call the method serializer is valid, then serializer dot save, then dictionary data. So dictionary response equal to error false message data company data save successfully. Also sound this code in try catch. So try and in except condition except block, copy this and here change method to true and change message to error during saving company data, then return the message. So return response, then pass dictionary response. Change this to return. Now also add this here company create. So post and copy this. Now let's create company data. So open Postman and here already you saw this. I saw this in study tutorial. Change this to Glenmark. Company name license 1123 Mumbai to Delhi 9981 and status of my change this to Glenmark. All Glenmark products. Now send. Let's see what happens if I send. So you can see company data successfully. It's worked perfectly. So that's the reason I am using my custom way. Earlier you say it return the same data which I passed in our API. So that's why I use custom implementation of each URL route. So let's see data save or not. So open Python and data source, click on medical and you can see Glenmark data has been saved in our database. Also let's try to update the method. So creating update method data, define update and so for update data we need to first query set equal to company dot objects dot all and in update you to pass id, so pk equal to none. Now let's access company. So company equal to get object or 404 and pass query set, then pass pk equal to pk, which is we are passing through url, and import this. So click alt plus enter and select this. So first check, so you can see it's import from render, which is wrong. Let's remove this from REST framework dot generic get, you can see get object of 404, import this. Now you can see error has been gone. Come back here again, then create serializer. So serializer equal to company serializer, then pass company first, which is our data, then pass data equal to request dot data, then pass context equal to request, and call method serializer dot is valid, then call serializer dot save. So in this way you can update the data of company. Also surrounding this code, try accept. So try accept and copy this message. Error during updating company data, and here needs to false. Successfully updated company data. Now return this message. So return response and pass dictionary response. Now let's try to update data. Also add this here, company update and method put and update. Now let's try to update the data. So for updating you need to call same URL but in put method. So let's try, and also passing the company ID. So let's try to update this clear mark number to 88. So let's try 3, company ID 3, and change this number to 888. Let's send, and you can see successfully updated company data. Now let's refresh this, and you can see, so my update data also working. So I only need 3 API endpoint for company: update data, create data, and list of all the data. So that's all for company data. Now let's, currently you can see I successfully access my API endpoint without login or without token. Now let's protect this URL. So without protecting, any user can't access this URL. So let's do this. First close this. Now installing JWT token. So come back here, file, then setting, then project interpreter. Now click on add, then select Django REST framework JWT. Import this, click on this and install package. So it installed successfully in our project. Now close this. Also you can install by using running command pip install Django REST framework JWT. So you can use this method also from terminal. Now let's close this. Now let's add our token in our settings.py. So open settings.py first, then add here comma, then add the REST framework dot auth token. So it's linked in our app. Now let's create a REST framework setting. So REST framework equal to passing dictionary data, first adding default authentication, then pass array, then pass REST framework JWT dot authentication dot JSON web token authentication. Now adding permission, so also add the comma here. Now adding permission, so default permission classes, then pass data in tuple, again REST framework dot permission dot allow any, and in also adding is authenticated or read only. So you need to add these two setting in our REST framework setting. First is JSON Web Token authentication. So our authentication is JSON Web Token, and permission is allow any for some URLs like login. We need to allow every URL for login URL, and authentication means URLs are protected. Now let's see. Also I miss S here, so it should be permissions. Let's add the permission. Now let's add this setting in our URL. So first running migration command, so our token table will be created. So running python manage.py make migrations. Okay, it's showing REST permission is not a package. Okay, here comma is missing, add comma. Now again run command, so you can see it's done. Now let's run migrate command. So migrate, and you can see token table is being created. If you want to see, close this and close this database, again open database and click on refresh, and you can see auth token is created with key, ID and user ID. Let's close this, also close this. So my REST framework setting is ready. Now let's protect my URL. So come back here again, and in class also you need to install simple JWT. So clear console. Now clearing console and installing simple JWT. So pip install running command Django REST framework simple JWT. So you can see it installed in our project. Now here you can see I installed two packages. First is simple JWT and other is JWT only. Now let's add permission. So first authentication class is equal to, now authentication class is equal to JWT authentication. Import this by clicking add plus enter. So you can see REST framework dot authentication. So it's import from, you can see, simple JWT. Also adding permission classes. So permission classes equal to is authenticated. Import this. So you can see I successfully add first authentication and authenticated. So this is authentication and these permission classes. Now our value is protected, so any user can't access this without login. Let's try. If I open, and if I try to access data, update data, you can see authentication credentials were not provided. So this is not working without login. Now come back again here and creating a route for token. So come back URL, adding path for API get token, and in this passing first add comma here, then token obtain pair view dot as views. Import this by clicking add plus enter. So you can see simple JWT dot token obtain pair view. Import this and change this to as view. Passing name equal to get token. Also adding URL for refresh token. If you previously watched my REST API tutorial on Django, you know what I am doing here. If you didn't watch this also. Now change this to refresh token. So I am here only revising my previous Django REST framework here for some users which didn't watch my tutorial in earlier topics. Also, if you watch this, don't face any issue. It will also work for you because I already showing this all example from beginning. Change this to refresh token. And comma, and change this to token refresh view. Import this. So it's imported. Now it's done. Now let's see how you can create a token. So first copy this URL and come back here. Now open post, then http 127.0.0.1 port, then URL. Now let's copy this. So it's so error. So it's so error because okay, add slash here. Now let's call this again. So it's so username required, password required. Now let's create a super user. So come back at terminal, python manage.py, create super user. So giving username admin, password admin. So this is already admin2 @gmail.com, admin2, yes. So my super user created. Close this. Now let's pass my username password. So come back to body and passing user name admin 2 and password admin 2. So you can see I get my refresh token and access token. For now, just copy this access token and pass this in our URL. So come back here again, and if you see I can't access, but let's try to add header. So come back header and add authorization bearer comma paste token send. So you can see I successfully access my all the data after login token. You can see this is my login token which I pass in header and successfully access my all the data after login. So in this way you can protect your API end from without login access. So I will show you more about what is the usage of this API token and how you use it in our React app. So also most of users are very confused about React and Django, what I am doing here. So remember this, I am just creating a Django backend which contains all our API. So when you're creating app from Django and React, you need to separate your server end and front end, which is React. So front end or work like we do in Django in the student management system, or we do our front end work in our templates, but here templates are separate which we do in our React app. So all the data coming and going using Ajax request and response in React app. So for accessing React app data, you need to create API. So that's why I'm creating API using Django. And when come to front end in React, we do implementation of this API in our project. So for now, just create all this API and learn how to create all this API. So I'm just completing all my API first. Then we move to React app. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this video. Please like our video and subscribe our channel. And thanks for watching.